Hey guys, it's Lunar here with a collectible video for Battlefield 1. Now the campaign is split into missions and each mission has several chapters in it. In this video I'm covering mission number 1, so the one after the prologue, which has no collectibles in it. And this mission is called Through Mud and Blood. In this mission there are 4 chapters: Over the Top, Fog of War, Breakdown and Steele on Steele. Each has 5 field guides to collect in each chapter. So we're going to get started straight away, and of course I will try and explain how to get the collectible as best as possible. So our first mission is called Over the Top, and after you capture the first 3 points, A, B and C, our first collectible is in this section here with the tent right next to this red flag. It's called a weapon station. On the right of the tent is the first field manual. Our next 2 field manuals are inside the church, so the church is really easy to spot and is after you destroy the second bunch of artillery. One is on the inside, and the other is around the back. From the church we're going to go head to point D, and once you've taken it, the collectible is just sitting outside the building on the right hand side across the trench. The final collectible is just before the bridge at the end of the mission. Make sure you don't drive your tank too close to the bridge or else you won't be able to get out of it. Take out the other tank, and if you look on the road at these large guns, one of them has the final collectible behind it. So we're going to go on to section number 2. Our first collectible in chapter 2 in Fog of War is at this point here. This is the first camp you come across. After killing all the enemies, the tank will break through the barbed wire. Just up the hill on the right hand side of the barbed wire is the field manual. And as you can see there, it's the last one I actually found in this chapter. At the second set of ruins you come across, they look like this. At the front you can go underneath the building or the ruins, and inside, beside some beds, is the second field manual. Our third collectible is at the bridge. Just after you kill all the enemies, go down underneath it, and just on the other side of the bridge, underneath, behind a rock, is the third field manual. Our next collectible is in this section here. You go up the hill and take out all the field guns and a couple of tanks. Go up the hill and you can see that there's train tracks, so this is going to be our starting point. On the left, beside the weapons tent, is another field guide. Our final collectible is in the same area. From the train tracks again, go the opposite direction, and in the bunker that you can see there, the final field manual is in that bunker. Alright guys, so we are on to chapter number 3, Breakdown, and our first collectible is in the first village area. Go left of the tree here in the small barn. Inside the door, on the right hand side, is a field guide. From here, head forward and you can see a big windmill. Go inside and the field manual is near the top of the windmill. From the windmill, head towards the town. Just in front of the windmill is a hole in the wall. That's where you can be heading. You can get into it other ways, but this is the way I'm going. You have to clear out all the enemies in this section and head for the house in the back there. Now this one is quite difficult to see because of the lighting, but head inside and go all the way up the stairs. On the 3rd floor, which is the attic, the collectible is just on the left hand side of the stairs. Now guys, before we go into the next collectible, if you're interested in the cavalry sword that you need for the Mightier than the shovel achievement and trophy, it's just up the hill here, inside the building with a turret in the window. Just collect it and kill someone and you're done. So if you're interested in that, that's where it is. Alright, back at the last collectible, from the main entrance of the house, we're going to go behind you, and on the building on the right, up on the second floor, is the field manual number 4. From here, head outside and go down across the river to the next section. After you take out all the enemies, go forward and left up the hill past the supply tent, and in the little building is the final field manual for section number 3. Chapter number 4 is Steele on Steele, and the collectibles for this one are incredibly easy to find, as you will find out. Our first collectible is right at the start. Jump out of your tank and head into the windmill. On the bottom floor is the first collectible. Our next collectible is identical, just a different windmill. Jump in your tank and stick to the right to find another windmill with the field manual in the exact same place. From here, we're going to head down to windmill number 3, and you guessed it, it's in the same place again. In case you haven't already guessed, the collectibles are all in the same place in this section. They're all in the windmills. So from here, let's head to windmill number 4. Once inside, you can see it's in the same place. Alright guys, let's head to windmill number 5 now for the final collectible field guide. I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. If you're interested in more collectible guides and other videos for upcoming games, then hit the subscribe button now. I'm sure there's something on my channel that you will like. Okay, we're here at collectible number 5 and the final one, 20 out of 20 for the first mission in Battlefield 1 through Mud and Blood. As always guys, if you found this helpful, don't forget to thumbs up, and I will see you all next time for mission number 2. See you then.